Well, welcome back, everybody. We're returning to SB19, and, first and foremost, we're actually going to be visiting Casual Chuck, and I actually was surprisingly featured on his channel a couple weeks ago, and I was blown away. But, in any case, I've heard there's some really good stuff that he's done for SB19 content, so I wanted to check out this one. I figured I'm a little early still, since I have only really been listening to SB19 stuff for maybe 4 months. I haven't really gone through a ton of their stuff, so I figured might as well get the jump on figuring out and understanding some extra things about the group. Anyway, let's check it out.
Pinagsabay ko yung studies ko and yung pag-aaral ko during that time.
Anong breed po ng dog yung black ang hair? Spanish breed.
Binibigyan na lang ako ng light kasi kailangan para maganda tignan yung grupo.
Most of us would say that Justin is the luckiest SB19 member. He has it all: money, fans, friends, and family. But the sad reality is that many people underestimate him, and he knows it.
Feeling ko minsan pabigat na ako.
But tonight, I hope to change that through his story. From being a rejected talent to becoming a world-class talent. And you're about to feel that it's nothing short of surreal.
Interestingly enough, that wasn't my thought. I'm going to be, as honest as possible. That was generally my thought about Josh, not Justin. But, yeah, interesting.
Creative director. Wow.
I like the Pokemon shirt.
It was a minute past midnight on July 7, 1998, in Quezon City, Philippines, when a baby boy was born. The wealthy De Dios family welcomed the newest member of their clan. His name is Justin. His mommy Gemma was so surprised because he was such a big boy, weighing at 9 pounds and had already grown thick hair. He's the third and youngest child among his two other brothers, CJ and Yanni. Growing up as a kid, he was described by his family as a good and obedient boy. He developed a liking towards nature and its critters. Sometimes when it floods, he would catch different bugs to pet them. He even kept
True boy stuff right there, right?
2 turtle pets and named them Turtle and Tortoise.
I
Justin
love
was
turtles.
also an artistic kid, as he made drawing his favorite hobby. Some sources even told me that he learned to draw first before learning how to write, which is why he is left-handed. When Justin became a young teenager, his love for art would reach another level as he encountered the drama called Dream High. The plot of the show revolves around performing arts students chasing their dreams to become idols. This was the time when Justin said, "Dream High." He started training himself and joined several school activities that would slowly reinforce his chosen path.
Wow.
This also led him to acting and filmmaking. In fact, he even ended up directing most of his school film projects. He was indeed a young boy full of dreams. Come 2016, Pinoy boy band Superstar started its hunt for Filipino talents. The judges of the show were big names: Vice Ganda, Billy Crawford, and Justin's idol herself, Dara of 21.
Whoa.
Justin joined the off-air auditions, but he was
If you don't know, 21 on this channel, I think it was like the second or third group I ever did a full week dedication to him. That's pretty cool.
unfortunately rejected, so he didn't make it to the live shows. Imagine if we lived in a universe where Justin actually made it. He would have been one of these guys, a group that has long since disappeared from the limelight. But this major setback didn't stop Justin from chasing his dreams. He started joining different dance cover groups and even managed to appear on a TV game show as a minor contestant. Justin's dancing stints went on until he met Josh when they became co-members of the group called Zero to Hero, while the other would-be SB19 members were also busy competing in the same field. One day, Justin came across a talent workshop, so he took the opportunity to join to improve his skills as a performer. The name of that talent camp was Show BT. The company's trainer Miss Honganda saw Justin's potential, so they offered to train him. During SB19's humble beginnings, they didn't have a lot of supporters. Show BT wasn't exactly a big company, so they literally started from nothing. They had no
Wow.
salary and got minimal financial support. They had to buy their own costumes from a cheap market called Divisoria, and even though Justin could afford to buy expensive clothes, he chose not to because he didn't want to alienate his brothers who weren't financially capable back
What a
then.
bro.
Justin kept studying while training, so he struggled with pressure from both the school and the grueling South Korean style training. There were multiple times when he almost decided to quit, but he didn't
Wow.
until he finished his college degree in multimedia arts from De La Salle College of St. Benilde, and he did it with honors. So fast forward to today, Justin became one of the 5 members of SB19, a boy group that not only shaped the course of the P-pop history, but also put the Philippines on the map.
I've heard quite a few things from them now, and I'll tell you, they are incredible. They do stand on their own. It's crazy how good they are.
Justin became known as the main visual of the group because I don't even have to explain. Just take a look at this.
It's kind of true, though. Makes sense, makes sense.
He also earned the reputation of a rich kid because he just couldn't hide it.
Hanapin ang palanggana.
Palanggana? Ano yung palanggana?
Palanggana.
Ano?
Basin. Nalagyan ng ano.
Basin, oo, basin.
Go, go, go.
Tapos, make sure na huwag niyong itatapon yung box kasi pwede niyang pulit-pulitin pag nag-brown out, pwede gawin pa may kain. Hindi mo ginagawa yun?
Meron kaming rechargeable.
Mayayaman yun sila, lalo na to, sobrang yaman.
Crash right
You can never hide it. It's true.
500.
Parang pinaunan.
200.
Ay, gusto niya ako sa akin, may 500.
Tatalunin yung $200.
Talo na ako.
$640. Meron pa.
Hindi kasi ako uuwi.
Wow. That's crazy.
Atang kata, kalmin mo Madalas sa Cavite, gento nga ang sinasabi. Ganon din ba sa ibang lugar? Oo, parang sure ka. Gento. Ganto. Sabi, gento kasi yan. Gento.
Wala, hindi kami like this kami sa amin.
He's like, are you serious?
And as people got to know his personality, he became loved for his interesting jokes which gave birth to the Cornfield.
Nung na-experience ko na mag-mentor po, parang gusto kong palitan si Coach Chito.
He's coming for the chair.
Si Coach Chito. Pag pinalitan ko si Coach Chito, edi Coach Chinito.
And also, like, for different repertoire, for people to experience that roller coaster vibe, where
Yeah.
roller coaster of emotions.
Pagpunta natin sa Canada, magpapanik tayo. Magto-Toronto tayo.
Meron ko ba akong joke dyan? Joke? Kasi ang sila yung joke kami si Winnipeg.
The cousin of Winnie. Kung si Winnie the Pooh ay
If Winnie the Pooh ay
bear,
Winnie
si Winnipeg ay
I'm not gonna lie, this is like super well made, by the way. This is way legit. Super cool.
Beautiful face, wealthy background, and a sense of humor. A nice combination for sure. But little did we know that some haters are saying that without his looks and corny jokes, he's got nothing else to offer. He basically became the most underappreciated member of SB19 because they think he just existed. And I'm sure most of you hardcore fans would agree that unfortunately, most people only care about the finished product. Some of these people don't have any idea what happens behind the scenes, and that is where Justin shines the brightest. You see, Justin has this unique ability that makes the people around him better. He's one of the most unselfish artists I have ever seen in the industry. He is someone who is willing to do the dirty work, and that sets up his group for success. Now, I might get hate for saying this, but in my opinion, I consider Justin as the second leader of SB19.
Whoa.
If Pablo leads through his assertiveness, Justin does it with calmness. If you paid close attention to their journey, you would realize that Justin has never had a moment where he yelled or had a meltdown. He is so calm that it gets scary sometimes. Why scary? Because of the things he's capable of. We all know that when SB19 drops or performs something, it always feels like a storm. And Justin is the calm before that. SB19 produces world-class output because of Justin's creative mind. He has this borderline obsessive attention to detail that enables him to come up with fascinating concepts that resonate with people all over the world. He's not a spoon feeder. He doesn't hold our hand. He respects his viewers' intelligence by utilizing his environmental storytelling, which empowers us to figure out the story ourselves. And when we do, we get satisfying. Simply put, he's not just the group's main visual, but also the one who mainly visualizes the cutting-edge ideas that allowed SB19 to consistently perform at the height.
You know, I admit not knowing so much behind the scenes stuff, so this actually kind of surprises me a little bit. You know, I honestly thought that the two would, just from kind of having watched a couple of their songs, listened to a couple of their songs, that it would have been him and Philippe or Ken. But that's just kind of how it felt anyway, if that makes sense.
Highest level.
Creative director, Justin De Jos. So siya may idea na itong music video na.
So sasalubong kami rin sasalubong. Kuhan tayo talaga. Ganon. Tapos po, pagkakarating.
He should keep that hair. Looks sick.
Ano lang to, dahan lang yung lakad.
Sobrang bilib na bilib ako. Kasi lahat ng aspeto talaga. Hindi ko maisip yun.
Tapos may mga nakalutang na papel sa paligid mo. Ikaw lang yung gumagalaw ng mabilis. Yung papel nakastop.
Interesting.
Okay. Parang tapos yung mga papel, yung papel, mapa. Mahirap yun dyan. Map. Tapos pwede yun. Yung
Justin is really doing it big.
Yes, so kasi talagang very hands-on siya. Okay, ganito yung scenario. Kasi di natin maiwasan yan eh. Diba sa production naman, minsan talaga may mga hindi maiwasan. May plan A, may plan B, may plan C, may plan D. That's the normal. So ngayon yan, in-execute niya. Which is sa murang edad niya. Ilan taon pa lang yan? 20? Diba? Pero grabe yung, diba, pagka-hands-on niya. Parang siya ngayon isa din sa mga nag-lead eh, no?
Yeah, I would have never guessed this.
Next naman, sayaw tayo ng walang rollerblades. Sila, mag-ano lang, mag-tricks lang po kayo. Ikot-ikot sa amin. Kahit rin naka-steady sa
One of the group member, Justin, was the one I mostly talked to during the initial meeting and after the final production. The original storyboard was created by Justin, one of the members of SB19.
It did say that he had been drawing before he could write, right? So, I mean, storyboarding, I think, would come from that as well, right? Because a lot of times that's where you visualize like angles and sights and stuff like that. So storyboarding would make sense for him to be the one to do that, right? That's how it feels anyway.
And when he gave it to me, it was already animated.
Always asking Pablo about the message, like the image he imagined when writing the song. What do you want to convey? So that
Because
he
he's
can
the creative director.
conceptualize and like create something out of it.
See what I mean?
That makes sense,
right?
Yeah.
And not only that, but I also think that Justin is one of the most underrated dancers out there. And I'll just let the footage speak for itself.
Yeah. That was sick.
And when it comes to vocals, you better not underestimate him.
Mama, kamusta na di na? Di ba pwedeng ikaw muna? Akin ang pangamba.
But would you believe me if I said that? Those amazing qualities.
I mean, honestly, he's got a good tone, right? I think that's always been something that he has had, regardless of where his growth has taken him to now. He's always had good tone. And honestly, that kind of goes for everybody in SB19, is that, you know, they have progressed as musicians throughout the years 100%. But I think Justin, like I said in the previous video that I've done, he's probably made the most strides in terms of vocally. And I think that it's pretty crazy to say because, I mean, they already have so much talent. But regardless, they've always had just such good tone regardless. I think I said regardless one too many times.
Have mentioned are not the reason why I support him? Probably not, right? But I'm not joking. This is the reason behind my support for Justin.
Ano yung first impression ko kay Justin? Hindi ako makapaniwala na parang nag-exist na ganito ka ba?
Lagi kong inaalala yung sinasabi ni Justin na parang always try to find the beauty or the good side people.
I have one advice for you guys. I hope when you grow up, you always look to the good side. Okay? Always try to appreciate every good thing that is happening in this world. All right?
That is something very rare. I think that is incredibly thoughtless. There's so much things that people are so negative about. There's so many people, not many people I feel like would actually do this. There's not many people that would be just up there willing to let some young fans come up and have that time with them and give them honestly like some good advice. The world and life can be hard, but you know, you can't let yourself become that negative thing. And he's showing what it's like to be a truly positive and a good light to the world, and that's a good thing. And I feel like that's what is another thing that I feel like really sets them apart for me, is the fact is that it seems like that, one, the underdog story, always a big thing, and they're big underdogs. But two, they are generally overall very positive, and you know, they have a message they want to share, and I think that that's one thing that I really, really like. But this is a whole nother thing. This is something that actually needs to be an actual trend, is this humility and this willing to enforce that there is positivity in this world.
You want to say something to your parents?
I love my parents.
That's cute.
I love my parents.
Gusto ko rin mag-thank you kay Ken kasi na-experience ko maging kuya. Parang minsan kasi feeling ko parang kuya ko ni Ken ganon. So kahit hindi, parang minsan nafe-feel ko ganon. So
Aww. That looks like my kitty.
So what have we learned from Justin's story? For me, it's his desire to dream and his willingness to take every opportunity. He woke up every day believing that day was the day. When he found out about the talent search, he auditioned. He didn't make it, but he never gave up and kept going. He even continued his studies while training. And because of that, he turned the so-called unfortunate rejection into the most fortunate revelation. All the windows that closed at him before are now starting to open up. He made me realize that every day, there's something surreal out there that is just waiting to be found. But only those who dream will find it. And only those who believe will see it. So start dreaming no matter how surreal it gets. Who knows? It might just happen.
Give the people their flowers. That was a really good video. For me, I think the thing that I learned is just the fact that I think that there is a new found respect for Justin. Like I always kind of used to say, I mean, for some obvious reasons, but I used to always say like the Trinity was Ken, Philippe, and Stell. But you know, I think that this kind of actually makes me realize that there's a lot of respect that should be put on Justin's names for sure. And I'm actually really glad to see how he has grown. Even in what I have seen, there is a huge change in that immensely in what he has been able to accomplish. And I think that aside from just his growth as a musician, his growth in his imagery, his thought process, and the things that he's been able to enforce in his own mind and those around him is absolutely something worth the respect. I really truly think that there's something to be said about someone who can always see the bright in, the darkness. I think that, it's something that's so rare. But I think the interesting thing is I see a great imagination from Justin. And I think that that's something that should never be discounted. I feel like that, it's pretty common that you start off as a young kid and you have kind of that wild imagination. And then once you start getting to school and start kind of getting introduced to real life, you kind of lose that. And there's a few people out there that kind of escape with their imagination intact. And to me, that's Justin. I feel like that's Justin to the T. Is just that I think there's a difference between having a vision and having that imagination. And luckily for him, I think he's actually got both. Really just a kind of eye-opening, in all honesty. Like I said, I just kind of always assumed that the Trinity was the ones that were behind everything, but no, it seems like Justin's actually got his stake in it. Now, I am curious to see if perhaps that there's something that we can find out more about Josh too. So that would be pretty cool. Anyway, if you don't know, this is Casual Chucks. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do. He deserves the support. He's an awesome content creator. And someone I actually really respect. So anyway, thank you so much. And we shall see you for the next one.